Thank you, Gigi. Yes, welcome everyone. We have Premier League football on a Saturday night for you, live from here at Anfield. Jonathan Woodgate alongside me, as You'll Never Walk Alone strikes up inside Anfield and all the Scarves go up. We've made it from Madrid to Merseyside over the course of the last few days, and we've got another big game tonight in front of us.
Yeah, another huge game. Hopefully it was like it was the other night with the nail-biting finish. This is an incredible stadium to play football in, just like the Santiago Bernabeu is. But this is a really interesting game when you look at it. Two top teams, Liverpool going for the title, Spurs looking to get into the Champions League places.
Well, the Premier League season ends 2 weeks tomorrow, and the race for the title could hardly be closer. Just 1 point in it between Manchester City with 83 points and Liverpool with 82. And whenever Liverpool and Manchester City are playing, from now until then, we will have the commentary here on 5 Live. And the teams are preparing out there on the field. Jordan Henderson and Hugo Lloris, the captains, a little embrace from them. Michael Oliver is the referee tonight. The last time Liverpool lost in the Premier League at Leicester, Michael Oliver was the referee. Liverpool in the all red kit, of course, white numbers on the back, orange trim. Spurs white shorts, blue socks. And the Liverpool team tonight: Alisson, Alexander-Arnold, Konate, Van Dijk and Robertson, Fabinho with Henderson and Thiago, and then Salah, Mane and Luis Diaz the front line. Tottenham with Lloris in goal, Romero, Dyer and Davis are the three central defenders. Emerson Royal on the right, Ryan Sessegnon on the left, Bentancur and Højbjerg, Kulusevski, Son and Kane. So here we are. Beautiful evening for it, I must say. Sun still shining on Merseyside. You can see the green trees stretching off towards the Pennines over the top of the Anfield Road stand. Tottenham fans are here in good numbers as well down there in the lower tier of that stand. And Michael Oliver is just whipping around now, checking with his the goalkeepers and his assistants. He's just waiting the nod from the halfway line to check that he can get the game underway. The applause coming out of the Kop and from all four sides of Anfield, and we're ready to go. Liverpool against Tottenham on a Saturday night. Michael Oliver just backing away now, just having a look at his watch, and down they go. Here's the applause for the players taking a knee in the stand against racism and discrimination. And now up they get, and we're off. The match begins. The ball is played back deep into his own half by Kulusevski. Tottenham fire it down the left-hand side, and the ball's deflected out of play into the first couple of rows of the Sir Kenny Dalglish stand on the opposite side of the ground. Still sunshine on many parts of that stand. And Tottenham take the throw with Sessegnon back towards the halfway line, and Spurs knock it from left to right. If you've been following the football today, what an eventful day it's been. And it might be an eventful evening as well, as Spurs play it forward from the back with Romero, but that's an easy one for Alisson to field with the ball at his feet. So Liverpool in this rich run of form, 6 wins in a row in all competitions, so they have now, of course, reached the final of the Champions League. It's the final of the FA Cup next weekend. It's that stage of the season, and here's Luis Diaz into the action for the first time down the left wing into the full-back position. Emerson Royal takes him away. 2 Tottenham players on him, Kulusevski helping out, but then Spurs lose it. Bentancur loses it. Diaz is back onto the ball, running from left to right, gives it to Mane in the D. Now Alexander-Arnold swings across to the back post. Robertson with a header. Mane misses his kick, and it's cleared away, scraped away. They haven't got it completely away. Liverpool back in possession, Jonathan Woodgate.
The intensity from Liverpool early on. The Robertson closing down really on the front foot. Emerson Royal lost it. Robertson was on the way, and the first opportunity there goes to Liverpool. It didn't quite fall.
Robertson now curling one of those balls from near the halfway line. He was looking to land it over the top of Romero and into the path of Mane, but Romero was able to get up and head it away. What have you made in your old position, Christian Romero, and how he's done in central defence for Spurs once he's settled into it?
Yeah, I think he's been a real plus, a real top signing. I watched him as well last weekend. He's one of them centre halves who who's really aggressive, likes to try and read it, tries and really pushes himself in onto the centre forward, good in the air, quick across the floor as well, and can play through a line. He's a really top player, bought him from Atalanta, and hopefully it'll get done, I think, in the summer. But yeah, he's a top player.
Yeah, loan at the moment, but it does look as though that will become permanent. Just a little stoppage while Jonathan's been speaking there, because Andy Robertson took a little bit of a knock, I think, in a challenge, but he's okay. They've come and had a look at him, and he's all right. He's just feeling the right side of his head. As Spurs take a throw back to Eric Dyer in central defence, long clearance from him. Van Dijk heads it back, and then Emerson Royal towards the halfway line. Jordan Henderson, then through the middle from Fabinho. Mane gets a touch now, receives it back from Salah. Mane tries a shot from 22 yards. It had a little bit of bend on it, but he drew it in, actually, and he drew it into the body of Lloris.
It was good link-up play there. Salah coming off the centre half, like he will do most of the game, and Mane just in behind him, threaded the ball through. Easy save for Lloris in the end.
Yeah, he was trying to get a bit of whip on it, bit of bend, but in the end it was straight at the goalkeeper. So Liverpool 0, Tottenham 0. BBC Radio 5 Live Sport on this unfamiliar Saturday night for a Premier League commentary. Listen as well on BBC Sounds if you're on the move. You might be out and about in the good weather on this May evening, as Liverpool with Alexander-Arnold sends a crossfield pass inside the Tottenham half. Emerson Royal with the bleached hair currently just stretched forward, headed it out of play, and Liverpool take the throw and are back in possession inside the Tottenham half. I'm sure on a night like this, and it's been widely predicted in the build-up to this game, that this could be the match that stretches Liverpool. And so Jurgen Klopp and all of Anfield, they're in the mood. They'd love to see an early goal to settle them. Fabinho now towards Henderson. Henderson plays it out to the right, but that's beyond Alexander-Arnold, and it'll bounce out of play for a throw-in to Tottenham halfway inside their own half.
As well, John, you can see it happening because of the high line that Liverpool play. I mean, when Liverpool went to Spurs and played them earlier on the season, Spurs had lots of opportunities in the game and drew 2-2, but it could have gone in Spurs' favour.
Yeah, it was a really eventful match, that. Spurs had chances, Liverpool had chances. There was controversy as well. Decisions that were given, decisions that weren't given. So 2-2, it finished. And here Liverpool with the ball in the centre circle. Here's Robertson back towards Thiago. So Jurgen Klopp making the two changes tonight. I was kind of expecting, I must say, Henderson and Diaz to come back in. I did think Matip might as well, but he stuck with Konate in central defence. And here is Henderson now, going it to the right-hand side, where Salah begins to drift infield. Salah, who was officially named as the Football Writers Footballer of the Year on Thursday night, and went on his private jet to pick up the award. Picked up the award, straight back on the jet, straight back to prepare for this game.
That's what professional footballers do these days.
Yeah,
turn up for awards.
There was no dinner for Salah that night. Well, not in the big hotel in London anyway. Here's Thiago towards the left-hand side. Now Robertson. Antonio Conte is down there, as we used to see him. Just caught my eye because Robertson had the ball in front of him, already gesturing, urging, permanent motion. Now here is Salah again on the right-hand side. Plays it infield towards Thiago, who gets a little touch back towards the halfway line. Now Luis Diaz again. Luis Diaz, two men on him quickly. They've clearly worked on that. Kulusevski coming back to help out Emerson Royal against Diaz. But it's Mane playing the ball into the penalty area. Then back to Mane in the full-back position. A little short to Robertson, had to stretch. Mane does well, puts a foot in, tries to get the crossover. It was blocked by a sliding Emerson Royal. I wondered if the ball had gone out of play. It hadn't. Play continues. Spurs still haven't cleared it from down there in that full-back position in front of the Anfield Road stand. It's chipped away by Romero, and now Tottenham. Højbjerg steps in, and here's the first chance for Spurs to come forward with Son through the middle. Fabinho put in the challenge. Kane on the right wing. Kane with the cross. Son, Alisson got there first. It comes out. Bentancur with a shot, but it's straight at Alisson. who was able to drop down onto it, and in any case the flag was up. But Liverpool are off now into the centre circle. First meaningful attack. Henderson was fouled, I think, but Diaz in possession. Diaz square towards Mane. Mane is challenged back by Højbjerg, but Mane keeps his feet, gives it to Salah on the right hand side. Salah now into the penalty area. Lovely feet from him. A flick with his back heel, but Tottenham are able to clear it away. Excellent little period of play there.
Spurs don't want the game like this. They don't, because Liverpool will punish them. But if you look at the formation now with Spurs, when Liverpool have the ball, it's basically a 5-4-1. Really compact, difficult to play through. They don't want the game like a basketball game, end to end, because they'll get beat if they do that.
Which is a shame, because it would be entertaining. Liverpool 0, Tottenham 0, which doesn't mean to say, of course, it won't be like that. But we saw first glimpse there, really, and in the 7th minute, 7 minutes on the clock now, first glimpse there, that Kane-Son combination. Son did ever so well centrally, bringing it forward, getting away from Fabinho's challenge. Kane on the right wing, he was close to getting the cross right into the path of Son.
Yeah, really close. And when Son gets on the ball and he runs at the Liverpool defence, that's when they look dangerous. And you have Kane getting to areas where he's difficult to pick up. It becomes difficult for Liverpool.
Tottenham playing the ball out from the back. Liverpool 0, Tottenham 0. If you've just joined us on 5 Live for this Premier League commentary. Liverpool tonight, Manchester City tomorrow. Just 2 of our Premier League commentaries this weekend. Newcastle, the visitors to Manchester City tomorrow, going to be absolutely fascinating to see how Manchester City react after what happened to them on Wednesday night in Madrid. Here's Alexander-Arnold with the ball over there on the far side. Back it comes into central defence to Konate. Liverpool and Tottenham. These are the 2 teams with the most Premier League goals this year. So since the turn of the year, Tottenham with 37, Liverpool with 36. Alexander-Arnold in possession. Drives it low towards Mane, who chips it out towards the right-hand side. Salah is challenged. He's beaten by Sessegnon. And Sessegnon, lovely, just drags it back, gives it to Son, who is struggling to keep it in, actually. And as a result, Fabinho is able to step in. Salah. And Ben Davies was tight on Salah there, didn't give him any space, but now bounces for Spurs, bounces forward at the halfway line. Kane's taking it on down the left side this time, takes it on towards the byline. Alexander-Arnold dispossesses him. Well, that's the most popular thing that's happened so far inside Anfield. Alexander-Arnold dispossessing his England captain Harry Kane, and Spurs though back in possession again centrally. Liverpool 0, Tottenham 0. Emerson Royal, high pass out towards Sessegnon, just to back it away, the 21-year-old Ryan Sessegnon, and then Spurs go back into the centre circle. Romero looks for the pass to the right-hand side to Emerson Royal. Emerson Royal, Diaz is back in there, so a flick of the right boot from Emerson Royal, and back it goes to Romero, and through Højbjerg to Ben Davies again, and the Welshman goes for a long crossfield pass, bounces nicely into the path of Emerson Royal, who leaps, brings it down, right-footed cross looking for Kane, but Kane was stretching for it, got his head to it, but it bounced out of the penalty area, off his head to Henderson, and now Mane quickly forward to Salah. Salah approaching the penalty area, still going onto his left foot, left-footed shot takes a double deflection which carried it wide and across the 6-yard box and beyond the far post for a corner to Liverpool.
That's when Spurs are at the weakest. It's when they attack, because they know if it breaks, Liverpool get it, and they attack it at pace. And when Mo Salah picks up Mane and Diaz, they look really dangerous,
don't they? Just 10 minutes played, yet to bring us the first goal of the night, but the signs are promising that we will get goals in this match. So a corner to Liverpool. Liverpool have scored more goals from corners than any other team in the Premier League this season. Robertson to take this. Right hand raised. Then the left-footed delivery to the back post. Spurs deal with it. Tottenham head to it. Comes out to Henderson though on the right. Fabinho is able to get to the ball. Fabinho, who himself has now scored 8 goals this season after his one in Spain this week. Alexander-Arnold swings it in, that's headed away by Romero, and it comes out for Tottenham. And Kulusevski, change of feet, and he chips it over the top, down the right-hand side. Højbjerg has got space there, and Højbjerg crosses it to Kane, who takes it down, left side of the area, shoots, that's blocked by Henderson. Excellent play from the Liverpool captain. against his England teammate Kane. Crucial, actually.
Yeah, really good tackle. He tracked him back all the way, to be honest with you, Jordan Henderson. It wasn't really his job, it was a centre-half job. He gets over and makes a brilliant tackle, but you can see Spurs are going to get opportunity just because of Liverpool's high line.
Yeah, and Kane looks in the mood. Son looks in the mood. High ball down the left, looking for Sessegnon, but Alexander-Arnold comfortably enough wins that, but it bounces back to Sessegnon. Spurs have got it inside the Liverpool half. Tottenham in this first half playing towards the Kop, so from left to right as we look, Kop absolutely packed down there. They'll be making their plans, won't they, this week for their journeys to Paris at the end of the month for what will be Liverpool's third Champions League final in the space of 5 seasons. Ball back into the centre circle. Conte has strayed well outside his coaching area. Emerson Royal catches up with the ball down the right. He gives it back to Kulusevski. Emerson Royal was quickly onto that though to take it away from Thiago. Romero with the cross, but he's put too much on that, and Sessegnon will do well to keep that in. In fact, as I said that, it bounced over the line for a throw to Liverpool.
Do you know, when you look at the both coaches, Klopp and Conte, look at the passion from them, both on the sideline. They just show pure passion. Whenever you can see how much the fans relate to the managers.
Do you remember when you say that? Instantly think. Do you remember when Conte, when it was a match at the Euros when he was in charge of Italy? Italy scored, and they all thronged together, and he got caught with a right hook. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And it actually brought blood to his cheek.
And you watch some of his celebrations now with his staff. It could easily happen again because he just throws himself into his staff. He has so much passion, and I love seeing that from managers.
However, he's got a problem here. Liverpool haven't taken this throw yet because Kulusevski, down in the other fullback position, down on our side of the field, has taken a little knock from, just looking at the picture again, I think he just collided with Thiago when Thiago was deep. And it doesn't seem to be an awful lot in.
Looks like a little kick on the ankle, nothing too bad, but he's vital for Spurs. He's been exceptional since they signed him in January from Juventus. What a great signing. Him and Bentancur have done well.
They have, the two of them. He knew what he was doing, Conte, when he brought those two, because he knew them both. Kulusevski, who's actually on an 18-month loan through until the end of next season, the 22-year-old Swedish international. So Liverpool 0, Tottenham 0. There had to be every chance of goals in this match, because we're looking at 5 of the 6 leading scorers in the Premier League this season who are involved in this match. Although Jota is on the substitutes bench, but may well be involved later. The odd man out there, 5 of the 6, is Cristiano Ronaldo, who was part of that 4-0 defeat for Manchester United at Brighton in the 5:30 kickoff. And at half-time in this match, on 5 Live, we will hear from Graham Potter and Ralph Rangnick. You can only wonder what Ralph Rangnick can say after that. Manchester United have got just the 1 match left to play after this.
I think he's running out of words, to be honest with you.
Yeah, the end of the season cannot come too quickly for them. So Manchester United now, as I say, 1 match to play, and they're still 3 points behind Tottenham in 5th place. If Tottenham are able to win this tonight, they would go above Arsenal, who play against Leeds tomorrow. Here's Sessegnon down the left-hand side. Sessegnon, a deep cross to the back post. Kulusevski, it bounces up, hits his arm, which was above his shoulder, and eventually Michael Oliver does give that as a free kick.
It just popped up. I thought the linesman was going to give it, and the linesman didn't give it, but the ref did.
Yeah, unless
you could see that from here.
Well, unless there was spoken communication between the two of them, but you would think you would flag for it. I mean, it was on his side of the field. His arm was up, and it hit his hand. Liverpool 0, Tottenham 0. 15 minutes played, and Liverpool playing it out towards Sadio Mane on the halfway line, and then forward to Salah. This is his 250th appearance for Liverpool today. Mohamed Salah, not scored in his last 4 matches now, so another little dry spell for Salah. But putting that into context, he has scored 30 this season and is the leading scorer in the Premier League with 22 so far this season in the league. Here's Robertson on the left-hand side. Kulusevski seems okay, seems to be moving all right. Robertson plays the ball left-footed down into the full-back position. Mane goes across. Kulusevski puts in the challenge. Mane takes it to the quadrant, plays it off Emerson Royal, and Michael Oliver says throw in to Tottenham because it bounced back onto the Liverpool player and out of play. So a throw in for Emerson Royal to take. Liverpool 0, Tottenham 0.
When you see the shape of the Spurs team with the 5-4-1, they're letting Liverpool have it in their half, and then when it's played into Tottenham's half of the pitch, that's when they start pressing. So they're remaining compact, diligent about the jobs. You've got Højbjerg and Bentancur watching for Mane coming off, and when Mane tries to get the ball, they're swarming around him.
So 0-0, and Spurs with another throw closer to the halfway line, which they take. Bentancur and then Kane leaning over Fabinho, but Liverpool have got it back. Salah back to Alexander-Arnold, now forward to Salah again, up against Sessegnon, and Salah, who's an absolute bundle of energy over there against Sessegnon. Sessegnon does well though, stays with him. Alexander-Arnold takes it up, right-footed cross, and Emerson Royal had to be sharp there. There were two Liverpool men coming in on that, either side of him. He was able to stand up strong, get ahead to it, and now Spurs clear it through Emerson Royal after Christian Romero very nearly lost possession, but the ball downfield, Kulusevski can't keep it in, and then had to hop over the little gate down there between the hoardings, and he was landing on the concrete, and you just wonder when he does that with his studs on. I mean, he could go absolutely skating, flying.
If he's got studs on.
Well, yes, good point. But he's all right, he kept his feet. Good piece of balance, actually. Liverpool 0, Tottenham 0. Alexander-Arnold now. Almost 20 minutes played. Manchester City, I'm sure at their team hotel, will be watching this. Thiago going back into the centre circle. Canate rolls it across towards the right hand side. Pep Guardiola said yesterday, Jonathan, I don't know whether you caught that he hadn't spoken to the players, the Manchester City players, after the match. He was going to leave it until today when they got together again, and effectively said, I'm going to tell them just to sleep on what happened, get it out of the system.
You can totally understand that. You really can. After that, such a shock from the other night, you can understand, because he could have said things that he didn't mean, and he's left it. Top quality manager. I mean, we were there, and it was an incredible.
Thiago playing a diagonal ball aerially into the box, comes off Salah, played back across to Salah, and Tottenham had to be sharp there defensively, but they were. Ben Davies, Salah in those sort of positions, and the referee Michael Oliver's given that as a goal kick. So is he saying that Davies played it on to Salah and then it bounced away, and they can't believe it, Liverpool?
I rate this referee highly, I really do. I think he's the best in the Premier League. It looks like he's just made a tiny error there. He's allowed it because he normally gets them all right.
Well, did he? Now the all seeing, yes he did. The television cameras, the picture shows that Ben Davies did poke it behind. I mean, he will know that, Michael Oliver, because of the way that the players reacted there. But you can't get them all right.
Oh, you can't. And he's a top ref.
Yeah, but he won't be excused for that by Liverpool supporters, I'm sure. Here's Thiago out to the right hand side, so still 0-0. And Thiago now. Thiago just knocking it square towards Van Dijk, and then Fabinho back to Van Dijk again. He's never lost, Van Dijk, at home for Liverpool in the Premier League. Remarkable that, isn't it?
He's a remarkable player, and I think he's the player that Liverpool need to keep fit. He is the one.
Well, he wasn't playing in the 2-2 in December. If you remember, both sides were affected by illness and COVID in advance of that match. Van Dijk, Fabinho and Thiago all missed that match for Liverpool. And as I say, Spurs had their problems as well. It wasn't just Liverpool. Tottenham bringing it forward, Højbjerg, but Thiago works it forward towards Mane. Now Luis Diaz into the penalty area. Henderson is forced out wide, still going though, tries to win the corner, and actually Romero slid in as Henderson was trying to work it across from an awkward angle, and as he did that, Romero slid in and caught Jordan Henderson. Well, it's a corner because it came off Romero. Just looking at Henderson, I think he's okay, but at first sight there, that looked as though it could be nasty.
It was full-blooded, to be honest with you. He leaves a little bit on him, but don't think there was nothing malice in it. But he is that type of player, Romero. He does go in for tackles and he's aggressive with his play.
Robertson to take this corner then. I think Henderson's okay, didn't need treatment. He's just pulling up his captain's armband. Here's the corner from Robertson, deep to the back post. Van Dijk with a header, but it's well wide actually. Well wide. And it is a goal kick to Tottenham. Liverpool 0, Tottenham 0. Yeah, he got it well there. Van Dijk.
That's a chance. He just mistimed his jump. He just went a little bit too early, and I'm expecting him to at least hit the target there, Virgil van Dijk, in that situation.
Yeah, he did. It was a good 6 yards wide actually when it dropped wide. That match at Tottenham, one of only 2 league matches he's missed this season for Liverpool, home and away, and it is 63 home Premier League matches he's played for Liverpool and not lost. Alexander-Arnold playing the ball back towards the right hand side. Floodlights just beginning to take effect. Lovely evening. Seemed really odd, I felt, driving to a night match on a Saturday. Enjoyed the action this afternoon, and if you weren't listening, extraordinary Bristol Rovers achievement to finish third in League Two with a 7-0 win over Scunthorpe. I mean, that was the goals were going in. And then, of course, I know it's been said, it's certainly a discussion point, the inexperience of the Scunthorpe team, so I'm sure there'll be more discussion about that. We were talking about it in 606 with Robbie and Chris. Match of the day tonight for all of the highlights, so they won't have much time to turn this one around. Alan Shearer, of course, on with Gary Lineker. Ball played in from the right-hand side to Salah. Salah playing it back now to Alexander-Arnold, and then infield towards Fabinho. And then back to Alexander-Arnold, who plays it to the edge of the area, but then Ben Davies is able to take that forward. But that's a poor pass from Davies. Didn't give Emerson Royale a chance with that, really. He was dispossessed. Now Robertson back centrally to Fabinho. Thiago, first time pass. Alexander-Arnold shoots from the angle, but got underneath it, and it flies away over the top of the bar by probably a yard or two and into the Tottenham fans. 0-0.
They're finding it difficult to break down Spurs, to be honest with you. They're looking for little pockets to try and play him, but they're finding it difficult. And you saw from Alexander-Arnold a bit of frustration in the shot there. But they're a well-drilled Tottenham team. They've got a top manager.
Goal kick to Spurs, who are playing it out from the back up towards Kulusevski. Found a bit of space in between Fabinho and Robertson, and then plays it past Robertson, who went to ground. Kulusevski does well. Plays it now into the centre circle. Bentancur chips it to the left-hand side. Sessegnon with a cross, goes to the back post, but Van Dijk was there. Kane was lurking, but Van Dijk easily got there first and volleyed it back out to the left-hand side, throwing to Spurs. Liverpool 0, Tottenham 0 here on 5 Live. We do have a choice of listening tonight, by the way, so it's all happening in Miami at the Grand Prix. The qualifying is taking place this evening. You can listen to that now on Sports Extra and BBC Sounds. Follow it as well on the BBC Sport F1 page on the website and app. We'll let you know what happens. We'll be making visits there, and the race commentary is on 5 Live tomorrow night. As Kane is caught on the halfway line, he will speak, Michael Oliver, to Fabinho after putting in that challenge on Kane, who's still sitting on his backside. Ball, Kane just turned it around the corner, and Fabinho went to ground and tripped him.
If Fabinho didn't make that tackle, the pass was on for Son right through the middle of the pitch. He was in.
If this was at the Tottenham Stadium and not at Anfield, the crowd would have been baying for a yellow card for that.
I think it was a yellow card, to be honest.
Yeah, but not given. Michael Oliver surely must have thought of it. Kane turns, plays the ball to Son. Alexander-Arnold had to defend well, but he did against Son. That was awkward. Facing his penalty area, knew Son was right on him, and the ball was bouncing awkwardly, but Alexander-Arnold dealt with that superbly.
Yeah, magnificent bit of defending by Alexander-Arnold. Likewise he done earlier on against Kane. That's twice now. Sometimes he gets a bit of stick for his defending, but twice there, 2 1-on-1s was exceptional.
Yeah, against the 2 Tottenham danger men in terms of the goals. Kane 23 for Spurs, Son 20 this season. Luis Diaz now breaks away down the left-hand side. That's excellent footwork. Beating 2 men. Shoots though into Eric Dyer, who went down onto one knee and blocked it with his body. Comes back to Alexander-Arnold. Yeah, the fact that Alexander-Arnold's had to make those challenges, and also the block from Henderson, remember, as well, on Harry Kane. Tottenham have caused problems. Liverpool have had to be sharp defensively, and in the match so far, really, in terms of opportunities on goal, I've written down the Mane shot that was more or less straight at Lloris, and that's it. To be honest, but efforts that were blocked and such like.
Spurs do look dangerous on the counter-attack, which we knew would happen. We knew that would happen.
This is a test. Liverpool 0, Tottenham 0. Liverpool have not dropped points at home in the Premier League since October. They are on a 21-match unbeaten run at home in the Premier League and have won their last 12 home Premier League matches, in which they've conceded 2 goals in those 12 Premier League matches here at Anfield. Spurs, mind you, they've not been playing against Harry Kane and Son in every one of those.
Playing against 2 world-class players, in my view, in Son and Kane.
Thiago plays it forward and left to Mane. Now Robertson back to Mane, square from him to Thiago, and Thiago right for the ball, floated in towards the back post. So Sessignon headed across his own 6-yard box, and Lloris had to get there. Goodness, Sessignon was underneath the ball from Thiago, headed it right across the 6-yard box. Luis Diaz was lurking there, and Lloris had to make it. I mean, it wasn't really a save, it wasn't on target, but Salah was right in front of him and he had to claw it away and get distance on it, and he did.
Yeah, it was just like a Palmer was waiting for Salah just to put his head on it and put it in the goal, but Lloris there stretched.
Here is Sessignon at the other end, takes on Alexander-Arnold, who gets his foot in and the ball loops behind. It's a corner to Tottenham, the assistant's given it. Did you say that was like a palmo?
I had one last night.
No, you didn't.
I had one.
You never did.
I did. From a restaurant in Middlesbrough called Manjaro's, really nice.
Fancy that. Teessider eats palmo.
You can't beat.
Liverpool 0, Tottenham 0. Corner from the left-hand side for Tottenham. This is their first corner. So Son has placed it very carefully there. Son, jet black hair, arms raised, steps away, delivery for the corner to the near post, takes a flick which took it right across the penalty area. Came off a Liverpool man at the near post, but Alexander-Arnold was positioned at the back post to clear away out of play on the half volley for a throw to Tottenham. Liverpool 0, Tottenham 0. Good contest though this. It'll be a test, certainly. Spurs need the points for their ambitions. Certainly haven't given up hopes of getting into the Champions League places at the end of the season. Spurs now with Sessignon on the left hand side in towards Son, and plays it back to Davis, who I think has overhit that pass. Son's going to do well. He's kept it in, Son, against Alexander-Arnold, but Liverpool do clear through the right back and bounces forward for Mane, and now Thiago sees the space, passes the ball into it in front of Henderson. Now down the right hand side, Salah is off and running at Davis, still going, and he's forced to check back. Benton Crook chopped out at Salah with his right foot and chopped him down. Free kick.
Doesn't need to make that challenge, Bentancur, but it's interesting every time Diaz or Salah gets the ball, Tottenham always get a player across to make it a 2v1. They know where they're dangerous for this Liverpool team.
Yeah. So it's still goalless. Half an hour played now, and it's still 0-0. From a Liverpool point of view, they know that they need to win this to keep the pressure on Manchester City and go above them again at the top of the table tonight. But it ain't easy. But we knew that would be the case against Antonio Conte's Tottenham, having had a week to work on this since Spurs last played against Leicester last Sunday. With this free kick they've got to defend. Liverpool to take it. Alexander-Arnold into the near post, headed away for Spurs, comes out to Thiago. He lifts it back in on his right foot. It's headed down by Diaz, but it hit the defender in there, and that took the pace off it, and Lloris, all in yellow, was able to leap on it.
A sublime touch by Thiago. Sublime on the edge of the box. First class, they put the ball in. Diaz was slightly unlucky, I thought. Maybe if he'd headed it towards goal, he'd have had a chance.
Yeah. Oh, that's a poor clearance by Romero. It hit a Liverpool man, very nearly bounced into the path of Salah on the edge of the box, and actually Romero just got there.
I know he made the mistake, Romero, but did you see his reaction to go and get it back? And he is really quick across the ground, and he showed it there.
Yeah, from a standing start there, he had to get going pronto, but he did.
Really sharp.
Yes, as they say in his native Argentina. The ball's out of play for a throw-in to Tottenham halfway inside their own half. Luis Diaz, you can see, can't you? I mean, every game we see him play, you can tell why he's been such an instant favourite, hasn't he? This Colombian that they signed in January.
He's just so aggressive when he has the ball, when he runs with it. It's difficult to stop. He really is.
As Emerson Royal is stopped by Fabinho. That's another little foul, and guess who's straight across to the referee, Harry Kane, to make sure that did not go unnoticed.
That's his last chance.
Yeah, that is for Fabinho. Free kick only on Sessegnon. Wasn't able to find the pass forward towards Harry Kane. So Liverpool now come out with it. Henderson forward over the halfway line. Alexander-Arnold goes for one of those early passes, looking for the run of Salah, but overhits it, and Lloris was quickly out anyway to pick it up.
Normally Alexander-Arnold will hit them passes, and
Here's a pass from Bentancur to Son, and Son drifting in now from the left-hand side. That's dangerous. On his right foot, plays it all the way across to Emerson Royal. Emerson Royal looking for the run of Kulusevski, still in the penalty area, forced out of the box though by Van Dijk, and Van Dijk has continued to force Tottenham away, but Van Dijk's out of position now, but Tottenham are knocking it around on the halfway line, and actually have had to go back into their own half.
It's incredible pressing from Liverpool.
And a pass down the left wing evades Sessegnon. That little passage there sums Liverpool up.
That's Liverpool at a T. To be honest, Spurs had the ball in Liverpool's 18-yard box, but the pressure from Van Dijk, then Robertson, then Diaz, and ended up winning the ball back. It's brilliant.
Yep, 0-0. It's Jonathan Woodgate, Premier League defender, England defender, former Tottenham man, setting up here high in the stand at Anfield as it just begins to fade, the light on Merseyside on this spring evening. Son playing the ball back to Sessegnon inside his own half, long pass, but Kane won't get there because Konate is able to get there comfortably. Why Konate tonight rather than Matip, do you think, Jonathan?
I think just the pace of Son, the movement of Kane, Kulusevski getting to running behind. He seems to have that extra yard of pace, and you never know, Matip might be carrying a little injury.
Konate's started the last 4 Champions League matches, but Matip's been the regular starter in the Premier League, started the last 7 Premier League matches, but on the bench today as Thiago plays the ball to the left hand side. Here's Diaz, number 23 on his back. Kulusevski's tight to him, but Diaz plays it just past him and then gives it square to Konate. Now back to Thiago again. The socks are getting lower on Thiago's calves. Across from the left from Robertson, but that was behind the run of Diaz. And then Emerson Royal plays it round Robertson, who had his arm up as the two of them jostled for the ball.
Conte.
And down goes Emerson Royal. It's a free kick to Tottenham. Spurs are complaining about that. I mean, as he was running, Robertson there, with his arms flailing, he caught him. Yeah, it was definitely a free kick. Was it worth a yellow card?
No, I didn't think that, no. But you see,
they've got history, Jonathan. They were, do you remember in the match in December, it was Robertson and Emerson Royal.
I remember that.
When Robertson was sent off.
I think Conte was trying to get him sent off again.
I think he was. Long ball from Van Dijk, comes off ahead of Romero, just a little glance back to goalkeeper Lloris, and away from Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz had a career highlight yesterday because he was the subject of fact of the day on 5 Live. On Drive yesterday, Luis Diaz, who was known when he was growing up as Fideo, which means noodle. Henderson wins the ball back, plays it forward to the edge of the penalty area. Salah was challenged by Højbjerg there, and now you can hear Liverpool's supporters feeling that Højbjerg fouled Salah in what would have been a good position, and he's actually just hiked the ball out of play with his right foot, knowing that Salah had gone down.
I don't understand why he's just kicked the ball out of play, because Salah's up. It was a loose ball by Romero, to be honest with you. What gave Liverpool that opportunity to play it into Salah?
So the ball is thrown back by Liverpool to Spurs. Just not watching that. It's actually Davis who put in the challenge on.
He gets the ball. That's a good tackle.
And he might have just thrown his foot as well on the follow through. but Michael Oliver didn't give it as a free kick. Salah's okay though. Kane plays it forward, took a bounce off the deflection into the path of Konate. That was a handball by Højbjerg, but the ball has bounced for Liverpool, so it's carried forward by Alexander-Arnold, who plays it through the middle there. Mane, who got a touch on that nicely actually to set himself off, but Romero put in the challenge, and now Højbjerg has caught Thiago. He was late. Thiago nipped in for the ball. I don't think Højbjerg was aware that he was coming, and by the time he reacted, he caught Thiago. It's a free kick. And is it going to be a yellow card? I'm not sure it is, you know.
Very lenient, but Thiago was just too quick. He was just one step ahead. Højbjerg didn't see him.
Well, footballers, Jonathan, I'm sure you're the same, always call for consistency from the referees, and within this game so far, that is consistent.
That's why I rate him as the best ref in the Premier League.
Mind you, same referee next week probably would have given 3 yellow cards in this game so far. Free kick, Alexander-Arnold plays it in, looking for Konate, but it was headed away across the 6-yard box. Did well, Tottenham dealt with that. It's a good defensive header in there across the penalty area, 6-yard box. Eric Dyer it was, who's had a good season actually for Spurs.
He has done well, but it's world-class delivery from Trent and a top header, and that's what Spurs exactly need to do, because Alexander-Arnold delivers an incredible balls into the box.
Alexander-Arnold is going to take this from the left-hand side, so the in-swinger, lots of red movement in there, and it's headed under the top of the crossbar. Van Dijk is the one who's holding his face in there. That was a lot closer than his last effort, which was horribly wide from the corner, but in amongst all of the bodies there, Van Dijk twisting, and it clipped the top of the bar.
It's a goal, he just doesn't get it on target. If he hits it on target, that's in, but you can see him scrapping for the ball there. He's aggressive, he wants to win that, Virgil van Dijk. Brilliant in both boxes.
It's the closest Liverpool have come, it's the closest either team have come. Liverpool 0, Tottenham 0, but Liverpool coming again. Mane, Romero very tight on him, fouls him. Free kick, right of centre, 21, 22 yards out, that sort of range. Romero trying to get tight, but too tight.
Yeah, he was just too aggressive there. He needs to realise when he can go and win it, and when he needs to keep the forward in front of him. The more chances you give in these areas to Alexander-Arnold to deliver, then one of the times they're going to score. You can see it if they keep on making fouls like this in these areas.
Half-time approaching. Yet to see the opening goal. Just over 5 minutes to go. Liverpool are just cranking it up a little here on Spurs. And this free kick, well, Salah on his left foot, Alexander-Arnold on his right, and it is very much right of centre, to the right of the D. Henderson is there as well, just speaking now. He's got his hand over his mouth for fear that somebody might lip read what he said. That would be terrible, wouldn't it? Free kick then. It looks like Alexander-Arnold steps away, 2-3 steps. Here he comes, little steps forward. No, he's going to tap it square, and then it's stopped by Salah. Hits it again, hits it into the wall twice. Henderson then plays it forward, chested forward by Romero. It's bounced for Liverpool. Thiago, it's opened up. Right foot shot, that was blocked by Dyer. Ball spins right across the penalty area. Diaz is under this. Luis Diaz, little touch, dainty with his right foot. Alexander-Arnold's ball in. Emerson Royal got his head to it. Van Dijk drives it across. That's blocked by a defender. Bounce down, and Tottenham are able to clear through Kulusevski up to Kane. But Liverpool come again into the last 5 minutes of the first half. This is big pressure now from Liverpool. Mane down the left, and he plays it off Emerson Royal, and the ball runs away for a corner.
Yeah, they're cranking the pressure on now. Liverpool, they're getting short. Spurs are making some good blocks, but they are really on top of Spurs now.
Antonio Conte is trying to make a point. Good luck with that in this noise from the several yards outside his coaching area. Corner then, Liverpool from the left. Robertson to the edge of the 6-yard box, headed away. Henderson hits it back in there, but hit it straight into the path of Højbjerg, and Tottenham can break. Nice from Kulusevski. Little touch it around Robertson, but Robertson wasn't going to be fooled twice. And now Thiago, back to Luis Diaz, running from deep, ball to the edge of the area. Mane back to Luis Diaz, right foot shot, saved by Lloris down to his left. It was close enough to Lawrence, but so sharp by Diaz and Mane together.
See how quick he was winning the ball back. When Kulusevski had the ball, there was three Liverpool players around him.
Alexander-Arnold was onto that against Dyer in the penalty area. Dyer just got it away, just got a poke on it. Kane now plays it through to Son, and Tottenham break away. Son has Liverpool red all around him, but does well. Plays it square, chance for the shot from Højbjerg, hits the foot of the post and bounces wide. And I'm thinking Alisson might have got a touch on that. No. And the referee, Michael Oliver. Now Tottenham, both sets of players are unhappy about something here. Now what is this?
That was a great strike.
What is it that is the complaint? I don't think he did get a touch on that.
Do you know what there, John? Son picked the ball up and he had one defender to go against, and that was Virgil van Dijk, and I'm thinking to myself, go on, let's have a look at your Son. And he thought, any other defender, and he is going for him, but he saw the imposing figure of Virgil van Dijk.
Well,
decided to pass it off.
Nevertheless, he took the right option. He did. Width of the post away from Spurs taking lead. But now Liverpool come forward, and Salah tried a little reverse pass to Mane, but Spurs were wise to that. Romero was wise to that. He knew as a defender, he knew he had to keep his eyes on Mane there, and he stepped into the right place.
He did well, Mane. Salah made that good run, and he had to just stay with him, to be honest. But the atmosphere is starting to pick up now at Anfield.
Half-time approaching. I don't think we want half-time, do we?
No, I'm enjoying it.
We just carry on. But it's one of those games that just feels like something's about to happen, i.e. maybe a goal isn't too far away. Here's Thiago, a little step over from him. Well, say a little step over, a big step over. Plays it to the edge of the box, but Tottenham clear. And now Emerson Royal tugs over Thiago, and that is a free kick to Liverpool. Michael Oliver's done well to keep his card in his pocket in this first half.
He has been feisty. There has been some nice strong tackles put in, just on the limit, I'd say.
Yeah. Alexander-Arnold plays it down into the Tottenham left back position. Salah is there, Ben Davies comes across and is able to knock it out right footed for a throw in near the corner flag. Liverpool 0, Tottenham 0 here on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. The Miami Grand Prix qualifying continues on Sports Extra. We'll have more on that from Jack Nicholls and the team at half-time. And as I say, we're going to hear from Graham Potter and Ralph Rangnick after that scoreline of Brighton 4, Manchester United 0 in the 5:30 kickoff. And if you weren't listening, if you weren't following that, it could easily have been more than that. That was really one of the scorelines of the season. Brighton winning like that, 4-0 against Manchester United.
An outrageous result. To be fair, you can't say you don't expect it.
No.
To be honest with you, the way United have been this season.
Liverpool playing at Konate to Mane, who was 25 yards out, flicked it forward, blocked on the edge of the penalty area. That's a classic Liverpool manoeuvre as well, isn't it? Now that little flick from Mane in some position near the edge of the penalty area. Ball to Luis Diaz on the left-hand side. Diaz gets down and works it back towards Robertson. Robertson plays it infield. 1 minute of added time to be played at the end of the first half. Having a couple of stoppages, haven't we? As Tottenham with Romero on the edge of the box. Spurs. Bentancur is caught by Thiago. That's another one. It's only a free kick though. And free kick to Tottenham half inside their own half. So Liverpool 0, Tottenham 0. Luis Diaz just points and says where the ball should be. Yes, Luis Diaz, the subject of fact of the day on Drive every Friday night. It's boiling towards a thrilling climax. There are only a couple of weeks left of the competition, and it looks like it's going to be a final shootout between me and Alistair Bruce Ball. So Drive every Friday for fact of the day. Here is Kulusevski, who's overhit that by a distance. That's actually quite out of keeping with the match that we've seen, haven't we? It's been absorbing, I think is the word that you would use. And there is the half-time whistle. It's still 0-0. Both of these teams obviously want to win this game for their individual targets over the course of the next fortnight in the Premier League. And at half-time, Jonathan Woodgate goalless.
It's an interesting game though, John, to be honest with you. I mean, you can say Liverpool haven't created a lot of chances. Tottenham been really good in the shape, but Tottenham again look dangerous on the counter-attack, like really dangerous. And there's a few times where if the pass had been a little bit better, they'd have been in on goal. But longer this game goes on, the fans will start getting itchy feet, and Tottenham are doing a good job, to be honest with you.
Yeah, really looking forward to the second half. Not too many chances in the first period, but Van Dijk's header flicked the crossbar and Højbjerg's shot hit the foot of the post. That's as close as we've come. So Liverpool 0, Tottenham 0 here at Anfield on this Saturday night. Yeah, I think so. And as I mentioned in the first half, these are the two teams that have scored more Premier League goals than anyone else since the turn of the year. But Tottenham have got to find a way past this Liverpool defence, and that was quite a telling moment in the first half, wasn't it, where Son had his opportunity to perhaps take on Van Dijk. Do you think at half-time Antonio Conte might have said to him, if you get in that position again, have a go?
He might have had a quiet word in his ear, but we saw it again on the replay, didn't we, John? It was there to go and try and take on the best defender in the world, but he just slowed it down, and Son's that quick. He could have caused them problems.
Well, the teams are out now. Tottenham ahead of Liverpool. Liverpool taking the field. No changes. So Liverpool with Alisson in goal, Alexander-Arnold, Konate, Van Dijk and Robertson, Fabinho with Henderson and Thiago, and then Salah on the right, Diaz on the left, and Mane in the middle. And Tottenham with Lloris in goal. Three central defenders for them, Romero, Dyer and Davis, Emerson Royal and Sessegnon, the wing backs, Bentancur and Højbjerg in the middle, and Kulusevski on the right, Son towards the left, and Kane through the middle. There's the whistle from Michael Oliver, and the second half begins here at Anfield. Liverpool 0, Tottenham 0, and Liverpool in the red shirts with the white numbers and the orange trim, attacking towards the Kop, where some people are still just coming back to their seats, looking down on it as we do, and Tottenham in the white shirts with the dark blue shorts and socks. And it is Liverpool with Alexander-Arnold who plays the ball back into his own half. So remember, with a scoreline like this, 0-0, Liverpool would be top on goal difference, and actually now the goal difference between them is quite tight as well. The top two, Manchester City plus 63, Liverpool plus 64, as Lloris is passing the ball across his penalty area to Romero. Liverpool's press is on, but Tottenham just chip it away to the halfway line, and Liverpool are back in possession. Both managers already in position on the edge of their coaching areas, and it is Van Dijk who gives it to Konate. If you weren't listening in the first half, if you've just joined us on 5 Live, closest they came, Van Dijk with a header that struck the top of the crossbar, bounced off the bar and over the top from a corner, and Tottenham had a chance that hit a post, a shot from Højbjerg. And now Liverpool coming forward, the ball from the left, Henderson gives it to Salah into the box, he's able to work it across, but Alexander-Arnold was on his heels there, and Bentancur was able to step in, and the Uruguayan passes it away towards Kulusevski on the right hand side. Spurs making just the one change as Romero is caught in possession, no free kick is given, and now Mane plays it across the box, but Davis is able to come across and clear it away. I thought the ref was going to give that for a foul, but he didn't. Liverpool were all over him, Bentancur, and it should have come to more than that.
Yeah, it should have. It was a poor ball inside there. He had to do better. There was an opportunity for Liverpool. It really was, but they didn't take it. But again, it was a pressing from Mane, won the ball back from Romero.
That's the voice of Jonathan Woodgate with us here at Anfield on 5 Live tonight. We're going to be watching Liverpool again, you and I, aren't we, on Tuesday night, where we have the commentary from Villa Park. And Liverpool winning the ball back, Henderson playing it back towards the halfway line, square from Konate to Van Dijk. So 2 minutes played in the second half, and this is this scenario we're talking about. The longer it goes on, the more tension there will be from the home crowd here. Alexander-Arnold playing the ball back into the centre circle, as well as the midweek game for Liverpool. We'll also bring you commentary on Manchester City's match at Wolves on Wednesday night, and then also Tottenham at home to Arsenal on Thursday. So that is the other thing here for Tottenham to consider. They do have that game Thursday night against Arsenal, the North London derby, so big matches Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday nights. Oh, given away by Loris, overarmed it out straight to Salah, and Salah then wastes it, really chipping it into the penalty area. Easy for Eric Dyer to get away. Mistakes on both sides. Henderson, as Liverpool come forward again. Konate, square from him to Thiago, who will just shuffle away with the ball back towards the centre circle. Luis Diaz now low to Henderson, takes a touch with his right foot, ball spinning, we can see it on the surface of the Anfield pitch. Alexander-Arnold plays it in, took a deflection, headed away by Højbjerg, comes out for Liverpool again. Konate bringing it forward. Konate then just behind Robertson, who had to go back a couple of yards, and now Thiago 30 yards out. Thiago's angled ball, Henderson's header across, takes a double deflection off two Tottenham players. Alexander-Arnold plays it back in low, and that's cleared away by Davis behind, corner.
Liverpool just sustain attacks, attack after attack after attack, but just sustain them because of the pressure that they have behind the ball and the organisation. Tottenham can't get out, and it's always a red shirt onto the second ball that comes out. That brilliant night.
That ball landed on the head of a steward who I think she's okay.
Had one in the face before.
Yeah, it's a female steward as well, actually. Corner, Alexander-Arnold plays it into the near post, but that's headed away for Spurs. Harry Kane back in there, throw in, level with the edge of the penalty area. Quick one from Alexander-Arnold. Mane in the box, turns, crosses with his left foot, headed away by Romero. Comes out to Thiago. Thiago's shot bounces, took a deflection right across the penalty area, chipped in by Alexander-Arnold, headed away well by Romero under big pressure there.
Liverpool again, picking his balls up.
And now Robertson swirls one in left-footed, but that's overhit over everyone and bounces through for a goal kick. And it's still 0-0. Just having a look down there in the corner. I think she's okay. I don't think she saw the ball coming, the steward. And I wouldn't like to call her elderly. I would say she'd be... Let's put it this way, she's not a great deal older than I am.
There's nothing wrong with that, John. You're looking well for your age.
Yeah, thanks very much. Thanks very much. You're a kind young man. Here is Tottenham bringing the ball out from the back. Dyer, left-footed. Little touch from Kane that doesn't land at the feet of either Son or Kulusevski. Van Dijk cleared downfield. Luis Diaz pulls it down, but he's no Phil Foden, that Luis Diaz, and it bounced away from him. And Tottenham should clear. Back to Dyer. Liverpool are pressing and pressing. Tottenham with a flick from Benton. Kulusevski. Henderson slides in. Harry Kane suggesting that he was fouled by, I think, Thiago. And the referee has given it to Tottenham, free kick.
Spurs are right to try and play out, because they don't want to just keep on giving the ball back to Liverpool all the time, which is happening. They need to keep it better.
So it's a free kick to Spurs. Again, Harry Kane just having a chat with Michael Oliver as the two of them pass one another. And Tottenham with this free kick, rather than go forward, go back to the edge of their own penalty area and start to play it out from the back again. Still 0-0, 5 Live on BBC Sounds. Son plays it forward for Sessegnon, but Konate motors across, stretches those long legs of his, and it's out for a throw-in. I just felt this was a danger, this match, for Liverpool, because Antonio Conte has had a week to work with his team, and he talks all of the time about how there is nothing more valuable to him than being able to work. Here's Kane, plays the ball to the right hand side. Emerson Royal into the penalty area, plays it across, took a deflection off Robertson, bounces down up and behind the near post for a corner to Spurs.
You can see the work that they've done though, John, in training last week. It's showing on the pitch. He's a top coach, and you can see what exactly he's worked on that training pitch. Being organised, being compact, and then trying to counter at pace.
Yeah, and there's been a bit of talk, hasn't there, this week about, well, he might not be there next season, which, you know, if that's the case, then getting into the Champions League place is so important for Tottenham, because obviously that would be a temptation for him to stay if indeed it's an issue. Corner then for Spurs from the right. And it comes, looking for Dyer, headed out, played back in by Sessegnon, but through the crowd of players and straight through them all for a goal kick to Liverpool. Alisson will take this quickly, long, this one, over the halfway line. Salah, Davis had his arms around him. Salah goes down, yellow card for that one. Well, there it is. There is the first yellow card. And it's Ben Davis.
I think it was a deserved yellow card. He just pulled him back. It looks like.
Yeah, both arms. That's both arms around the chest.
American football tackle.
Yeah. That's so it's a free kick for Liverpool, and actually, there's been a reaction to that. You can hear the Kop and Anfield. Fabinho, as it's taken short. That's a poor pass from Fabinho into the penalty area, headed away by Emerson Royal. This could be dangerous for Liverpool because Son is breaking downfield into the centre circle. Head down, he's away from Fabinho. Now up against Robertson, into the penalty area, shoots straight into the Liverpool defender. They got back so quickly in numbers. There must have been 6 of them inside the penalty area by the time Son got in there.
To be a footballer, you need ability, but then to get to the top, you need to be an athlete.
Cross from the right for Tottenham for Emerson Royal, but cleared by Van Dijk.
These Liverpool players have got the ability, but they're also the athleticism of the Liverpool players is on a different level to any team you see, really.
Still 0-0. If it stays like this, Liverpool will be top, but only on goal difference, and Manchester City could open a 3-point lead tomorrow. Not over yet though. Ryan Sessegnon down the left, crosses, and it's blocked just a couple of yards away by Alexander-Arnold. Bounces into the hoarding, so Tottenham fans are down there in very good numbers. They don't often see their team get a positive result here. Tottenham, who have got this corner from the left-hand side that Son is going to take. Comes across, allows the ball to roll into the quadrant, and now he wipes his hand on the ground as though he's going to come in and bowl a little bit of off-spin. Son. I'm not sure he's ever done that before, Son Heung-min. It's a corner though. He's got the ball on the ground, that's what matters. And here it is, played into the near post, and after all that, poor delivery, easily headed away by Thiago, and Tottenham goal away back to Lloris at the other end. A couple of corners there Tottenham have had and haven't forced Alisson to make a save. Long and forward this time from Lloris, slightly different. Headed away by Konate, comes back to the halfway line where Tottenham will go back to Romero. Finally poised, if you've just joined us for this Premier League action, this Premier League commentary on 5 Live and BBC Sounds on this Saturday night at Anfield. 0-0. And now Emerson Royal receives it from Lloris and then lifts a long high ball for Kane, takes that down away from Alexander-Arnold. It opens up in the D. Kane plays it, Sessegnon across, Son's there in the 6-yard box, and what about this? Tottenham take the lead against Liverpool here at Anfield, and this is the twist in the title race that everyone has been waiting for away from Merseyside, and particularly over in Manchester. It's Liverpool 0, Tottenham 1.
The touch from Harry Kane was absolutely incredible. Took it out of the sky, moved away from Trent Alexander-Arnold. I thought, and it opened up for him. He passed it into Sessegnon straight across the 6-yard box for a tap-in. But Harry Kane, an incredible bit of play by an incredible talented player, world-class player.
Well, he tormented Manchester City, didn't he, Harry Kane, a couple of months ago when Spurs won there, and he found space. That was the key thing there. The space opened up for him where you don't expect teams playing against Liverpool to find that space. Rolled it into the path of Sessegnon, who with his left foot laid it on the proverbial plate for Son to score his 20th Premier League goal of the season, his 21st for Spurs in all competitions. So, twist,
big twist. But it was the weight of the pass from Kane, the weight of the pass for Sessegnon to come onto it first time. Brilliant pass.
So Liverpool unbeaten at home in the Premier League all season long, are 1-0 down. And with this scoreline, Manchester City would have the chance to go 4 points clear tomorrow. And after tomorrow, there will be only 3 matches to play each of this Premier League season for the top 2. Big for Tottenham as well, of course. This means that they would they would go above Arsenal in the race for the Champions League places. So 1-0 Tottenham, but Liverpool have got a free kick. Ball is played in for Konate with a header from 10 yards out, but he had Tottenham players all around him and he could only head it up and over the top and into the Kop. This is the shock, this is the surprise. Many predicted it, that Tottenham might be capable of getting something from Liverpool here, and at the moment that's exactly what they're doing, with Son's goal in the 57th minute. Liverpool 0, Tottenham 1. Jonathan Woodgate.
Be interesting to see what Klopp does now, what changes he makes to his team. He's done it this season where he's gone 4-2-4. He's brought attackers on. He'll have to do it soon because Liverpool need to win this game.
Højbjerg playing it forward, now it might open up for Spurs again. Not a second. Emerson Royal with the cross, setting up, plays it across, and it hits Son on the corner of the 6-yard box and bounces wide of the near post. Could easily have been 2. Suddenly Spurs causing Liverpool big problems.
It's that counter-attack again, and we all know Spurs are renowned for it. The counter-attack with so much pace, and it's difficult to defend even if you are as good as Liverpool.
And now Spurs win it back again, centre field, and it is Kulusevski who's going to have a goal from 20 yards or so, but it's straight at Alisson, this one. But there's a goal and a couple of warnings for Liverpool here. As you say, Jonathan, what Jurgen Klopp does now is very, very interesting. He's chatting down there with Pep Lijnders, his assistant, about what change they might make, what they might do, how they might try and pour the pressure on. The problem with that is, with this Tottenham team, with Kulusevski and obviously with Son and Kane, there is this threat there that Spurs could stretch their lead.
They could quite easily. They've got Hotter on the bench. Origi always comes on and scores big goals. Could be him.
Liverpool inside the Tottenham half. Spurs fans, you can hear, singing their songs. And Liverpool and Anfield for the moment is silenced by that goal from Son Heung-min, his 9th in his last 7 appearances. He is hot. Fabinho plays it back. Now Thiago, square from him. Alexander-Arnold controls this, plays it out to the right hand side to Henderson. Now Alexander-Arnold, right for the ball, curling in. Emerson Royal wasn't sure where Robertson was, he headed it behind. It's a corner to Liverpool. Tottenham leading by 1-0. And I think there is going to be a change. Is that Jota? Yes, it is. Who is being prepared down there for Liverpool. Tsimikas as well, actually, is being called forward. Corner for Liverpool from the left. 2 Tottenham players went for it, headed it away. Henderson hits the shot, blocked by Son. Thiago, back to Henderson again. That makes you wonder, is there a problem with Robertson if Tsimikas is coming on? And Robertson over there goes for the ball, but it bounces between him and Højbjerg and out of play for a throw-in to Spurs. Yeah, it's going to be a double change. Jota and Tsimikas coming on. So a double change. We're into the last half hour now.
It's interesting to see with Tsimikas. Is Robertson injured? He just put a corner in there, he looks fine.
He came off on Tuesday. One of the substitutes was Tsimikas for Robertson. But and he took a little knock early on in the game, didn't he?
He did.
But it didn't seem to have affected him.
He's vital for this team though, Robertson. Gets up and down. Catalyst for this team. Really wants to press. Aggressive.
Pulls out of play, it's a goal kick. I don't think the change is going to be made quite yet. Martin Atkinson, the 4th official, is just wandering forward. No, Spurs have taken the goal kick. Tottenham are leading 1-0. Ball played by Dyer to Bentancur, now forward from Davis. Davis over the top for Son. Son is challenged and Fabinho wins the ball, and then Sessegnon comes in with a sturdy one on Fabinho, who just shrugs that off. Throw-in is taken, so still no change for Liverpool. Jota is still getting himself ready down there, but Tsimikas is ready to come on. Here is Robertson, who had to stretch for that, seemed okay. Coming in from the left-hand side is Luis Diaz. Now back towards Konate, and now Alexander-Arnold. Henderson on the right-hand side goes back into the centre circle. Liverpool just knocking it around, patient stuff. but time just beginning to run out. Thiago goes for a high diagonal ball. Henderson takes it down, lifts it across the 6-yard box. Romero watched it drop onto his instep and delicately played it behind and further away from goal for a corner.
Spurs have defended well, especially in the box. They've got bodies in the way, made good decisions when defending, when to go long and when to play.
They've kept clean sheets in their last 3 away games, Tottenham. Corner, Robertson, it's a deep one. Van Dijk heads it down, chested down by Diaz, shoots, it's blocked, I think by Davis in there. Comes back to Robertson on the left, drills it low, but that's straight into Romero. Tried to put that in low with pace, but didn't beat the first defender. For a moment there it seemed it was going to drop for Luis Diaz, but Tottenham just got bodies in the way. And Robertson being replaced now, and off he goes. He's going to walk off the pitch on the far side, and Tsimikas comes on to replace him.
Must be an injury, John. You'd think.
It's got to be, hasn't it?
It has to be.
And Jota coming on for Henderson. Yeah, so Jordan Henderson.
4-2-4.
Yep, that's what they're going to do. So that in itself carries a risk. Only Fabinho and Thiago in the middle. Robertson still walking around behind the goal. So 1-0 Tottenham lead. Jota straight into the action. Back to Alexander-Arnold, chips it to the back post. It's headed across by the newly arrived Tsimikas, but straight into Emerson Royal. Christian Romero clears it, and he clears it into Tsimikas, and it's out of play for a throw-in to Spurs.
I've watched Spurs before, been critical of Emerson Royal, but today he's done really well. He's defended the back post well, put his body on the line for Spurs. He's played well today. Fair play to him.
Yeah, he has. He looks a lot more certain now. I mean, that's entirely possible. That's the effect of working for months on end with that fella down there.
Yeah, with a top coach, you're always going to learn.
Yeah.
If you don't, there's something wrong.
Alexander-Arnold, dangerous looking ball, but it had too much on it, and Loris was able to come and catch that. And the Tottenham goalkeeper has got it safely in his hands. 25 minutes to go. Liverpool 0, Tottenham 1. And Manchester City, this is just the pick-me-up, isn't it, that they needed? Watching and listening on wherever they are tonight, presumably at the team hotel, Pep Guardiola in his side. It would give Manchester City the chance to go 4 points clear at the top tomorrow, if they're able to win against Newcastle. You'll hear that with us on 5 Live tomorrow afternoon. One of an afternoon of commentaries we have for you. Alexander-Arnold holding off Sessegnon and going back towards the halfway line. Now Thiago rolls a pass out to the left. Tsimikas is there. The other week I saw him set a couple of goals up against Benfica in the second leg of the Champions League. Konate has joined the attack, chips it forward from 30 yards. Tsimikas controls it, lifts the ball into the middle. Sessegnon's able to head that away. Fabinho nods it back into the box, only half cleared by Dyer. Now Fabinho flicks one left-footed to the right-hand side to Salah, not scored in his last 4 games. Liverpool could do with a goal from him now. Diving header away by Romero, a classic defensive diving header, threw himself at it. Liverpool though take up possession again. And here's the cross from Tsimikas deep to the back post. Luis Diaz was underneath it, got his head to it, and then on the follow-up it just looped up actually. He couldn't keep it in, and it's a goal kick. And Eric Dyer's gone down with a bit of cramp. You can hear the reaction to that from the Kop.
A little bit of cramp after 66. It's understandable when you're playing against Mane, Diaz, Salah. He's done well. He's had a good season under Conte. Sure, Conte have helped him.
Well, he talked him up, didn't he? Do you remember, Jonathan, when he said he could be one of the best in the world?
Yeah, but he is playing well. And Romero, Davies doing a good job there at the back for Spurs.
And this is reminiscent of the last home Premier League match when Everton were here and were slowing the game down. And they've taken the goal kick. Loris eventually, Liverpool back with it. Plays it forward, but behind Jota. Jota playing centrally, gives it to Diaz on the left-hand side. Diaz slips the ball forward to Tsimikas. Tsimikas is crossed to the near post, is blocked by Romero, and then cleared away, controlled and volleyed away by Emerson Royal. Liverpool 0, Tottenham 1. That's the news from Anfield. Canate on the halfway line. Canate passing the ball high. Emerson Royal comes, wins a good header, actually, nods it forward. And now Kulusevski on the right-hand side. Kulusevski takes on and beats his man.
Power.
Still going. Emerson Royal was available, but Fabinho was able to block it. And referee Oliver says that he was being pulled back, impeded Kulusevski, and that's a yellow card for Tsimikas.
Showed power there. Kulusevski running with the ball. But that's where Liverpool are going to find themselves there attacking.
He was
susceptible again to this counter-attack from Spurs.
Tsimikas had his arm on the shoulder of Kulusevski, well, twice actually.
Yeah, was a yellow card.
Free kick to Spurs. We've got a quarter of the match to go, and we have a scenario here whereby everyone who said Manchester City and Liverpool would win all of their remaining games, well, those people are going to be proved wrong with this scoreline. As the ball is chipped forward by Tottenham, Tsimikas takes it away into the full-back position, clears it to Emerson Royal, now back to the corner of the box, half cleared by Liverpool to Son. Emerson Royal is onto this, right-footed cross, stretching a header away by Canate. Højbjerg dives for it, Sessegnon doesn't find a teammate, Mane is able to play it forward, but he's played it over the top down the right-hand side for Salah. Sessegnon tight on Salah. Salah goes past him. He's being tugged back. It's a yellow card for Sessegnon, and he had to make that challenge because Salah otherwise would have been away into the penalty area, where there were defenders incidentally, so it was a yellow card.
Yeah, Sessegnon made the right decision, but if Mane had just lifted his head up a bit earlier, Diaz was in over the other side of the pitch. He went for Salah. Big moments now for Liverpool.
They really are in this title race, this thrilling title race. Well, perhaps it lacked thrills actually over the course of recent weeks. The two of them winning, going toe for toe, but Liverpool are losing tonight. Free kick though, Alexander-Arnold plays it into the back post, but beyond Mane. Emerson Royal was tight with him, and it's behind, and it's a goal kick. It's a goal kick to Tottenham. And we've got 20 minutes to play. We're into the last 20 minutes. Now we know, don't we, Jonathan, what good teams can do in a very short space of time.
And especially at this stadium. You've got two special stadiums in this one and the Santiago Bernabeu. Where the fans don't give up, the players don't give up.
Jurgen Klopp though made just two changes, and they had to work. Remember, on Tuesday night, but Liverpool win the ball back. Alexander-Arnold chips it across the box. Tsimikas heads it actually to Son on the edge of the area. He got that all wrong. Son is then fouled by Alexander-Arnold. The ball bounces up. Alexander-Arnold volleys it wide from the edge of the box, and now he's trying. Alexander-Arnold's now trying to pull Son to his feet, who is steadfastly sitting on the ground. So it's a free kick to Tottenham, and Lloris will wander forward. So yes, tomorrow, 5 Live Sport on air tomorrow with Gigi Salmon again, actually at 11:45, because we've got commentary and coverage of the final day of the WSL season from midday. So Chelsea, Manchester United, the commentary, and then after that the Premier League. Arsenal Leeds is our 2 o'clock commentary, but Everton playing at the same time at Leicester, and then 4:30 Manchester City Newcastle. Join us for all of that tomorrow on 5 Live Sport. Liverpool 0, Tottenham 1. And Tottenham with Kane inside his own half, passing it forward for Højbjerg, and Højbjerg helps it on left-footed, and Emerson Royal is over the halfway line now and turns and plays it back into his own half, and Tottenham then win a free kick because Romero shielded it as the challenge came in from Jota. Free kick taken short by Tottenham, and Tottenham with Emerson Royal, and now Højbjerg takes it on. Emerson Royal gets a touch, goes for the early cross. He was looking for Son in the middle. If he got that right, that could have been trouble again, but Alisson was able to come out and claim it.
You can feel the anxiety in the stadium, can't you? You can feel it. Liverpool fans want it. Yeah. At the minute they're not getting it. It was a resilient Spurs team.
Liverpool win it back from Son on the halfway line. Thiago now to Salah. He just had to wait for it for a moment. Salah under his left foot. Beats Bentancur and hits the shot, but a sliding interception from Davis. Threw himself in front of the shot from Salah just when it seemed it was opening up for the Egyptian. Liverpool come again. Fabinho 30 yards out square. Alexander-Arnold, he's having a goal for goal, but it hits the back of Sessegnon and bounces back out to the right, not for a throw.
I thought that was goal. as soon as he came onto his left foot with the block. Ben Davies there, the defending by Spurs, get bodies on the line, blocks. Well, that was a spectacular block by Ben Davies. Like you say, Salah comes in on his left, you think goal, but fantastic piece of defending.
Yeah, and then another man is down. I think it is Davis. No, Toybier, who's down. He's lifted up his right side of his shorts. I think it's a throw for Liverpool. Alexander-Arnold plays it into Mane on the edge of the box. Liverpool have failed to score in just one Premier League game this season, the Leicester defeat. Here's Luis Diaz, opens up, shoots, launched, deflected in! Big deflection, nothing Lloris could do about that. But Luis Diaz comes up with the moment that Anfield wanted, and they're back level. 1-1 with just over 15 minutes to play.
He's been the best attacking threat, you'd say, for Liverpool, and he's deserved that because he's been tremendous all game. But this stadium now has just erupted.
Thiago stood in the centre circle and raised his arms and implored Anfield to give it more, and that's what they did there as the name of the Liverpool goal scorer was announced. It was on target, it took a flick. Liverpool coming forward again. I think it came off Bentancur just watching the replay, just flicked this back, and that was enough to take it away into the bottom corner. So it's 1-1, and now Liverpool coming again. They know there's no let up here. They know they have to win. Cross from Sadio Mane. Two defenders went for it, Dyer and Højbjerg. So did Luis Diaz. Tsimikas has got it though for Liverpool. Right footed cross. Bentancur heads it away. Now they're under big pressure now. Tottenham having conceded.
These fans are responding like they always do, like top fans do.
Liverpool start again in the centre circle. This is what Tottenham are up against here tonight. They've played well, though, Antonio Conte's team. They've defended well. They've been beaten only by a big deflection. They took it right into the bottom corner.
Well, this is a juggernaut of a team. It's a Liverpool team. They'll keep on going, and the fans will.
Juggernaut of a team, and the luxury limousine. Mo Salah's got the ball on the right, but he couldn't find a way past Sessegnon and Davis, and it's deflected out of play for a throw into Spurs. So it's all square again, 1-1. So that means that Liverpool would be top on goal difference after this, and Manchester City could go 3 points clear tomorrow. Throw-in is taken, it bounces out of play, and it's a Liverpool throw 7 or 8 yards inside the long half. Alexander-Arnold takes this to Mane. That's a sliding challenge on him. Good one as well from Eric Dyer, who actually made that in the opponent's half. Tottenham going to make a change. Davinson Sanchez is coming on. So there's maybe an issue for one of those Tottenham central defenders. Liverpool square to Konate just forward and right of the centre circle. Here's the pass low to Salah, rolls his foot over the ball as he loves to do. Sessegnon goes with him into the penalty area, gives it to Mane, back to Salah again. Bentancur got his foot in there, bounces to Fabinho though. Van Dijk now brings the ball forward and thought about going wide. It does go wide now to Tsimikas. Tsimikas' left foot curling cross, two defenders missed it, it bounced for Son. And then Son just comes together with Mane, who went down in the penalty area. The ball had gone there. I'm sure VAR will have a little look at that. Salah now taking on Sessegnon again into the penalty area, and there's Davis to clear it away. Sessegnon has done very well when Salah's running at him.
He has. When you've got one of the world's best players running at you, it's difficult, but he has done well. Both wing backs have done well for Spurs. It's an area which has been of concern this season, but today the two wing backs have been very good.
Yeah, they have. Doherty's injured at the moment, by the way, so he's not involved, in case you're wondering. And Spurs make the change, and it is Sessegnon who is off. So Ben Davis is going to come across to left wing back. It's not often we're seeing play there these days. And Davinson Sanchez is the left-sided of the three. Tottenham's first change. Alexander-Arnold just outside the Tottenham box. Fabinho curls it in. Now Emerson Royal Maybe he could have let that go, but didn't want to take the risk and taps it behind for a corner.
I don't think he'd hear his goalkeeper because of the noise inside Anfield. He couldn't hear what his keeper was saying, so he had to deal with it.
Huge cheer as well. We've got 12 minutes to go. It's 1-1. Here's the Liverpool corner, which is headed away by Davis at the near post. Thiago mishit that, bounces into the ground, into the box though. Van Dijk got ahead to that. There was a shove in there. There was by Konate on Dyer, and it's a free kick to Tottenham, and Ben Davis has just knocked the ball away there. He's already on a yellow card.
He needs to be careful.
He has got to be very careful.
Especially if Salah starts sprinting at him like he's done with Sessegnon all game. Sessegnon stood by him, no one done well against him.
So Luis Diaz equalised in the 74th minute, and now we are in the 79th minute. Liverpool 1, Tottenham 1. This potential quadruple, if Liverpool don't win here tonight, it's possible looking back that we'll be saying that that was a crucial evening. That Son carrying the ball forward, he's been blocked by a combination of Thiago and Fabinho. Yellow card is shown. Who got the contact? Was it Fabinho? I think it probably was.
I think it was Fabinho. He's made a few hard challenges this game, and he deserved that yellow card, to be fair, but
yeah, it was clearly Fabinho put his left leg across the front of Son. So Liverpool 1, Tottenham 1. Son is still receiving treatment, and the referee is actually saying to Son, and he's saying that he's taken a fall on his shoulder. He's holding the top of his left shoulder, and I think Tottenham are actually going to make a change. And Harry Winks is waiting there to come on. Just checking to see if Son's going to be okay to come back onto the field. Yeah, he's straight back on, no problem. Ball comes forward for Tottenham. Davis pushing forward from the left wing back row, bounced off Konate, and behind it's a Tottenham corner.
Again, it was one of Harry Kane's sublime touches. This time with his head, just directs it there in front of Ben Davies, but the Liverpool defender Konate just knocks it out. Konate just knocks it out.
Yeah,
Spurs corner.
Son's going to take this. He's been cheered there. Son, scorer of Tottenham's opening goal, laid on for him by a combination of Kane initially and then Sessegnon, and Son is moving a TV microphone down there, one of those big fluffy grey ones, plays it in now to the near post. It's headed up and behind into the Tottenham fans. I'm sure they won't be there they have, they've given the ball straight back to them. So we've got this Tottenham corner from the left-hand side. Once it's cleared, we will get an update from the Grand Prix, the qualifying, but this is a crucial moment in this game. Tottenham corner. Spurs got themselves back in front now. We're now in the 82nd minute. Son to take this. And Bentancur made himself available, but Son says no, I'm going to deliver this into the 6-yard box. And here it is, that delivery, near post header away by Konate for Liverpool. Bounces for Tottenham. Son takes it down. Son running at Thiago. Thiago puts in the challenge. Son is forced to take it by Tsimikas and Thiago, and Tsimikas is challenged, goes down. I'm not sure there was enough in that for a free kick. Michael Oliver doesn't think so either. Tsimikas turns and chips it away back towards the halfway line. Sanchez comes in, he gets a touch on that. Bentancur chips it across the penalty area. That just gives possession back to Liverpool. Liverpool 1, Tottenham 1. Liverpool coming forward. Jota playing it to the left hand side. Diaz is under this, back to Jota in the box. Important block from Romero. Just stuck a foot in strong, took the ball, blocked it, and Tottenham were able to clear it away. Liverpool 1, Tottenham 1. Harry Winks still waiting to come onto the field. Thiago just nods the ball down as though he's heading that around on the beach on a Sunday afternoon, and then a cross field pass by Alexander-Arnold is cut out by Emerson Royal. Emerson Royal plays it infield, but Konate got his foot to that first, bounces forward to Sadio Mane, now Thiago. Tsimikas down the left hand side. Here's the cross, left-footed. Dyer's underneath that for Tottenham to head it up and away centrally though, and Liverpool take up possession again. Thiago to Alexander-Arnold, Salah is there with him. Salah, Son in front of him, uses the option of Thiago. Thiago 30 yards out with the outside of his right foot, plays it across to Tsimikas. Now Luis Diaz, low and into the penalty area to Mane, stretch for it, bounces away, looked like a foul by Luis Diaz, and even though Tottenham are away there, referee Oliver has brought that back for the free kick, and I think Tottenham will take that.
Yeah, they will. It's like attack v defence. Liverpool find it difficult to break down that rigid Tottenham backline in midfield.
So are we going to see this Winks change now or not? Still 1-1. Spurs players are looking across at Martin Atkinson, who says, yeah, we will do it now, and it is Kulusevski who's coming off. So Kulusevski is off, Harry Winks coming on into the midfield, and we've got just over 5 minutes to play in this match. But really, Liverpool know that they've got to win to keep the pressure up on Manchester City. If they don't, then there is breathing space at the top, potentially for Manchester City, if they're able to win tomorrow. Free kick then, Spurs to take this. 5 minutes to go here at Anfield. 5 Live and BBC Sounds. Ball in the centre circle. Winks, first action he's been involved in, and then Davis passes it forward, but that will just give possession back to Liverpool. Nowhere near anyone in a white shirt. Tsimikas to Thiago. Thiago runs the ball forward, and then as he does so, hits a long pass downfield. First time back from Salah. Alexander-Arnold swishes it in, right footed, and it curls all the way across into the full-back position. Luis Diaz, who's deflected equaliser, made it 1-1, gives it back to Thiago. Now Tsimikas with a cross, comes off the back of the defender, and is straight behind and into the Kop for a corner to Liverpool from the left. Spurs going to make another change, and Bergwijn is waiting to come on, and Højbjerg's gone down injured.
He blocked it, but it didn't hit him in the face. Maybe on the back.
And Michael Oliver's had a look at him, and he is claiming that caught him in the face. Now, just seeing the replay, it actually caught him on the back of the head. And Højbjerg has been checked by Michael Oliver, who's not having this, and has said, come on, rightly so, get on with it. It's a corner from the left for Liverpool. The score is 1-1. Alexander-Arnold into the near post. Højbjerg is there to head it away. Even though Mane was trying to get to it, the Danish international was able to clear it out for a throw. In from Alexander-Arnold over the top of Jota. Dyer with the header this time. Still 1-1 as the ball bounces out of play. Throw-in is taken instantly by Mane. Back to Alexander-Arnold, still on the left. This latest cross is headed up and away by Bentancur. And Tottenham with Kane. Kane shields the ball and gives it to Son. He's got a lot to do. Just forward of the centre circle. Takes it out towards the left-hand side. There are runners either side of him. Son uses Ben Davis. And Davis goes for goal from the angle, but it whizzes away up and wide and high at the near post for a goal kick.
Salah done ever so well there to make it a 2v1 against Son, and that's what slowed him down. He delayed him.
Another change for Liverpool. First of all, it's Keita coming on for Fabinho, who's sprinting off the field. So maybe Jurgen Klopp just conscious of the fact that Fabinho's on a yellow card. Liverpool playing at Aston Villa, you know, there is the danger of Tottenham breaking, and maybe
it's understandable. It's understandable.
So Keita is going in there, Naby Keita, and it is still Liverpool 1, Tottenham 1. Liverpool, who have had this great winning run at home here at Anfield in the Premier League, won their last 12 home Premier League matches, but this one they are not winning, and Liverpool trying to change that with the ball on the left hand side, and Luis Diaz drops his shoulder, goes away from Højbjerg, uses Tsimikas, and Tsimikas just chips it back to Van Dijk, more centrally, square to Keita, directly in front of the centre circle. He goes on a little shuffling run with the ball at his feet. Tottenham clear it, comes back to Thiago. Thiago approaching the Tottenham box. He's into the area now, takes it back out of the box, curls it, but puts too much on that. That was most un-Thiago-like. Hit it over high Alexander-Arnold's head by a distance and through for a goal kick, and puts his hands on his head and his hands on his face with like shocked emoji face look.
You can see what he's trying to do. It wasn't far away, you know, from Trent Alexander-Arnold when you look at it, but he's the one who can unlock it. He's the one who wants to get on the ball. He's the one who shows courage to try and deliver that final pass that Liverpool need now.
Played it well, Tottenham, today. You have to give them credit.
Really good, really good.
Liverpool's chances have been limited. There has been chances, but if you're going to play Liverpool at Anfield, they're going to get opportunities. But despite lots of possession, Tottenham have just defended it so well. Conte will love that.
It goes back to the manager, doesn't it?
Yeah. Tsimikas now taking it down the left-hand side. Luis Diaz. We're in the 90th minute now. It's allowed to run to Salah. Shoots via a deflection which took it up and wide at the top corner. Tottenham player came in. I mean, he had such a little space to aim at, and it took a flick. It's a corner.
Another block by a Spurs player. They've done that well.
Yet another one. So it's another corner. We're in the 90th minute now. It's 1-1. Manchester City might have their chance tomorrow to go clear, even further clear. Ball in from the corner, headed away by Bentancur, comes out to Keita. Now Salah, left with the ball curled in. Lloris comes, and the Tottenham goalkeeper makes a comfortable catch up above everyone, 5 yards from his goal.
He took that well. Lloris commanding, and you know when you're under pressure, there's nothing better when your goalkeeper comes and takes the ball, relieves the pressure. Because they are under pressure, Liverpool are piling it on.
Bergwijn waits to come on. 5 minutes of added time. 5 minutes of added time, and the home team desperately need a goal. I feel like we've been here before, Jonathan, somewhere this week. Here's Salah down the right-hand side, does well to keep the ball in against Sanchez, but Sanchez just allows it to bounce out of play.
John, it wouldn't surprise you if Liverpool scored.
It would not.
It really wouldn't. What we've seen in midweek at the Bernabeu, we could easily see again at Anfield.
Well, having seen that just a few days ago, I'm not going to tempt fate and say Tottenham don't look like conceding that goal, because life and football is full of surprises. Well, it's the Tottenham goal scorer who's been withdrawn, so Bergwijn coming on to replace Son, and he was the right man in the right place, wasn't he, for the goal yet again.
You'd normally expect Kane in there, but now Son picks up them positions. Kane drops slightly deeper and links up the play brilliantly well.
He's got a little chance, Son, as being top scorer in the Premier League this season, as Bergwijn is on, and Bergwijn straight into the action, and he's won the ball back from Alexander-Arnold, and he's taking it into the box, but Van Dijk came across, and Van Dijk just leaned into him, forced him wide, and actually Alisson was then able just to come forward and pick it up.
Excellent defending. An absolute lesson there from Virgil van Dijk, a lesson of how to do it.
And that is from the excellent former central defender Jonathan Woodgate. And Liverpool coming forward. Luis Diaz now running from left to right, stabs it to Salah. Salah's ball into the box, straight at Dyer. In added time here at Anfield. Now to the right hand side, Alexander-Arnold left-footed cross. It's over the top of Mane and Jota and the two Tottenham defenders who were there, and it's a goal kick.
Alexander-Arnold's got his hands in the air. He's demanding the ball from Salah there, because he's free, and if the ball goes to him, he will deliver.
With this scoreline, we should underline this. This would mean that Spurs have gone unbeaten this season against both Manchester City, and actually beaten them twice, and drawn twice against Liverpool. Now that, some achievement. There's some achievement against this team.
What do you expect with a world-class manager though, John? He's an incredible manager, Conte. Spurs need to keep hold of it.
They certainly do, although we should give Nuno a bit of credit. It was Nuno whose Tottenham side beat Manchester City right at the start of the season, first match. 1-1. We're in the third minute of the 5 of added time. As Kane is caught by a high foot from Keita, 10 yards inside the Liverpool half. And Van Dijk, exasperated, puts his hands apart, as if to say, why that challenge there? It's a high foot, so it's a yellow card for Keita for it as well.
Just passes time by for Spurs now. They'll be happy with this point. They will. They'll think they can play Arsenal and beat them. They'll think that. Conte will think that.
The last team to come here to Anfield and get anything in the Premier League was Brighton in October. That was the last time Liverpool dropped points in the Premier League here at Anfield. They are minutes away from doing it again. Winks takes the free kick out towards the right hand side. Emerson Royal, he's played well today for Tottenham, is dispossessed though by Diaz, and Liverpool do break downfield, but Winks comes in with a challenge, and that's bounced to Emerson Royal, and Spurs still have bodies forward, and in comes the cross to Kane, who takes it down near the penalty spot, but the defenders converge on him and clear it, only out to Højbjerg. Højbjerg plays it to Emerson Royal on the right hand side. Emerson Royal then back to Winks, Winks with the cross, Højbjerg is under it, heads it across but couldn't find Kane, and Liverpool clear.
Why has he hit it towards goal? What's he thinking?
Højbjerg had the goal at his mercy but tried to find Kane, and now in the final minute of added time in the match, Liverpool know they have to win. They come forward and Tsimikas crosses to the back post. Mane is fighting for it, headed away by Davis, still in the box. Mane brings it down, left-footed cross from him towards the back post. Tsimikas jumps for it, Bentancur though got a crucial touch, and the ball bounces out of play off Tsimikas, says Michael Oliver, if indeed either of them got a touch, and it is a goal kick, and I think that is it. I think Liverpool will not win tonight against Tottenham here at Anfield, Jonathan.
You could always see though this was going to be one of the tough games, especially with a well-drilled team as they are under Antonio Conte. It was always going to be difficult for Liverpool, this.
It was, and Tottenham will go to 62 points ahead of the commentary match, the North London derby at home against Arsenal on Thursday night. That is going to be worth watching and listening to. Here with us on 5 Live. Now, Liverpool with Mane. There might be time for one last chance. I make it the 5 minutes are up. Liverpool, this is the final attack. Alexander-Arnold takes the throw, gets it back. His cross towards Diaz, takes it down. Emerson Royal just got the touch in to stab it behind for a corner.
He's just done enough, Emerson Royal, as he's done all day, to be honest. He's been very, very good. I just thought Diaz was going to poke it past him, but the long legs of Emerson Royal just gets there.
Antonio Conte down there with Martin Atkinson, the fourth official, saying, where is this time coming from? We're well into the 6th minute of added time. Here is the corner, it's headed away by Davis, and there's the final whistle. And Jurgen Klopp walks across and shakes hands with Antonio Conte, and Conte's Tottenham team have come here and have proved themselves impossible to beat in the Premier League this season by the top two. What a good point it is for them. But for Liverpool, one of the top two has cracked. It's Liverpool. They've dropped points. They've dropped points at home in the Premier League for the first time since October. Liverpool are top tonight, but only on goal difference. And Manchester City, if they win tomorrow against Newcastle, can open up a 3-point lead. And it means that Manchester City need 10 points from the remaining 4 matches they've got in the Premier League to retain the title. Disappointment, frustration for Liverpool here at Anfield tonight, Jonathan Woodgate.
Yeah, you have to say though, John, it was a masterclass by Antonio Conte, how he set his team up. Really difficult to beat. 5-4-1, rigid formation, compact in between the lines, and when Spurs break, they break with pace, and Liverpool struggle to control that. Liverpool threw everything at Spurs, to be honest with you, but they defended really well and they couldn't break it down. Diaz, probably the best attacking player for Liverpool, managed to get that equalising goal, which you never know could be important, but the favour now is for Manchester City. They've got it all to do now to beat Newcastle. It's not going to be easy against Newcastle, playing really well under Eddie Howe, but it's over to them now.
Yeah, join us for that one tomorrow, 4:30, Manchester City against Newcastle. Arsenal, pressure's on them now after this. They've got to win tomorrow against Leeds to go 4 points ahead of Tottenham again. That's also a commentary match tomorrow on 5 Live from 2. Jurgen Klopp is down there, he's acknowledging the Kop, and he is saying, you know, he's swirling his arm around, and I think that's a gesture that's saying, you know, this is not over yet. And I think he's suggesting that actually that might be a good point tonight against Tottenham, slapping his heart and applauding as he comes off the field.
He's exactly right though, because you've seen what happened in Madrid on the other night, and you see how will Man City come back now from their defeat. How will they come back then? No, this could be an important point. You're right, John, what you're saying. That's what Jurgen Klopp's saying to the fans. Don't give up yet. This is still a long way to go in this title race.
But the final score here tonight, Liverpool 1, Tottenham 1.